For years, the Achilles heel of foldable phones has been that unavoidable, irritating crease dissecting the display. But hold on to your hats, because Samsung, at CES, just unveiled something truly groundbreaking, their advanced creaseless display. And folks, at first glance, it looks like they've utterly obliterated the problem. We saw it side by side with the Z Fold 7, a device that already made significant strides in crease reduction compared to older models. But this new panel? It's a revelation. Where the Z Fold 7 still showed a subtle indentation, especially when you viewed the screen from an angle, this new Z Fold 8 display appears genuinely, impossibly flat. We're talking completely seamless. Like, there's nothing there at all. Yes, if you're a hardcore pixel peeper with perfect lighting and the absolute ideal angle, you might catch the faintest whisper of a line. But for 99.9% of real-world use, this is as creaseless as foldable tech gets. It's truly a monumental leap forward, and honestly, the fact that Samsung managed to push the boundaries this far is pretty wild. So, the million-dollar question, how did they pull off this magic? While Samsung remains tight-lipped on the granular technicalities, we do know this cutting-edge old panel is ingeniously paired with a laser-drilled metal display plate. This isn't just fancy jargon, it's a critical innovation. Instead of stress points concentrating and causing that dreaded crease, this design masterfully distributes the tension across the entire surface when the screen folds. This prevents the concentrated stress that usually leads to that visible crease. And here's where it gets really interesting. This isn't exclusive to the Galaxy Z Fold 8. Reports indicate that Apple's highly anticipated iPhone Fold will also feature this very same Samsung-made display. This begs the almost cynical question. Could Samsung have achieved this breakthrough sooner? Probably. Did they perhaps strategically hold back until Apple was poised to enter the foldable arena, wanting to dominate the initial innovation cycle? Also, probably. Is it a little bit ridiculous? Absolutely. But hey, in the cutthroat world of tech, results speak louder than intentions. Beyond the crease, Samsung is reportedly expanding the Z Fold 8 lineup with a brand new wide version. Imagine a form factor much shorter and significantly wider, mirroring the rumored proportions of the upcoming iPhone Fold. And yes, this variant is also expected to benefit from that revolutionary creaseless display. But now, let's talk about a Galaxy Z Fold 8 rumor that honestly sounds almost too good to be true. Yet it's buzzing from a highly reputable Korean publication. We're hearing the Z Fold 8 will pack a colossal 5,000 mAh battery, a welcome upgrade that aligns with previous whispers. Here's the truly mind-boggling part. They also claim this powerhouse will be noticeably lighter than the Z Fold 7. We're not talking a gram or two. We're talking a potential weight of just 200 grams. That's a full 15 grams less than its predecessor. To put that in perspective, the rumored S26 Ultra is expected to weigh around 214 grams. Even the Z Flip 8 is reportedly shedding 8 grams compared to the Flip 7. And get this, Apple seems to be moving in the exact opposite direction, with the iPhone 18 Pro Max potentially adding 10 grams, pushing it to a hefty 243 grams. If these numbers hold true, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 would be a staggering 43 grams lighter than the iPhone 18 Pro Max. That's a ridiculous difference for a foldable device, especially one with a larger battery. This is where my skepticism kicks in a bit. Samsung pushed the boundaries of thickness and weight with the Z Fold 7, shaving off another 15 grams, while simultaneously increasing the battery by roughly 600 mAh. Just sounds incredibly optimistic, if not a little hard to believe. So, you know the drill. Folks, take this Z Fold 8 battery and weight rumor with a healthy dose of salt, but it's certainly exciting to consider the possibilities. And finally, let's talk about the dreaded topic, pricing. Early whispers from Korea suggest Samsung might actually hold the line on prices for both the Z Fold 8 and Flip 8, keeping them consistent with last year's models. For our US audience, That means we could still be looking at around $1,900 for the flagship Galaxy Z Fold 8. Now, before you celebrate, a crucial caveat. This pricing applies specifically to the US market. The same report also highlights that due to escalating manufacturing costs, Samsung could be forced to increase prices in other international regions. And here's the kicker. They might also suddenly dial back on those beloved pre-order perks, like the immensely popular free double storage option. So the strategy seems to be technically maintain the core price, but quietly strip away the incentives that made those launch deals so incredibly appealing in the first place. It's a classic move, but one that could certainly ruffle some feathers among loyal customers. Of course, it's still incredibly early days, and nothing is set in stone. We'll have to keenly watch how this Galaxy Z Fold 8 pricing situation unfolds. Alright, that wraps up our initial deep dive into the Galaxy Z Fold 8's incredible display, surprising weight claims, and tricky pricing outlook. As I hinted earlier, there's even more to unpack about that intriguing wide version of the Z Fold 8, so if you want all the juicy details on that specific model and what it could look like, click on the video right here. You won't want to miss it, and as always, thank you for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one.